Hey guys, I'm doing my Hunter Biden impression.
Ha! That's right. What's up? What's going on? What am I up to? Well, it's funny you should ask. Today, we're going to talk about trucks. As your business is growing, you may wonder to yourself, I need to get trucks. What kind of truck should I buy? Well, here, you see a couple of Fords. Yeah, but they're the redheaded stepchildren of this company. We're a Dodge family, folks, and the other Dodges aren't here because they're off being cool somewhere else. So I have a feeling the sky's going to open up on me here, but let's talk trucks. Let's talk turkey. So this is a truck. It's a 2011 6.7 diesel that I bought from United Rentals 4 or 5 years ago. It had 68,000 miles. It, I don't know, decent truck. I don't know if I ever had issues with it. I don't think I ever did. I don't really drive it much. I think it barely just hit 100,000 miles. This 6.0, 2003. This truck will not die. Doesn't matter what you do to it, it will not die. I spent a lot of money in this truck. I probably put 30 grand into various repairs over the past 10 years on this piece of shit truck, and people would say, well, geez, Ryan, that doesn't sound like a good business decision. Why would you do something so dumb? I don't know. This truck is awesome. My dad loves it, and I'm just keeping it around because it's the spray bar truck. I mean, who wants to take a truck like that or a truck like that? That's the rental for that. I'll get to that in a second. But who wants to take your nice equipment and then put a spray bar on it and then drive around and get shit all over it? I mean, let's look at this truck. Let's see. Some guys will go, well, your spray bar is too close to your truck and you should have a platform. Yeah, I know. All right, look at this. It's like coral growing on rocks. All right. Police say, what's your license plate number, boy? Well, thanks for Chris. Chris keeps cleaning the numbers off. But yeah, it's a spray bar truck. So we're going to run this bitch right into the ground. Right into the ground. This isn't a spray bar truck. This was my tennis court truck. It was a great truck. Till Joe got a hold of it. Just kidding, Joe. But yeah, Joe was driving it on the highway, coming back from New Hampshire, because we won't buy anything from Sealmaster in Worcester. We punish ourselves and go all the way to New Hampshire, and we're happy to do it. But he was on his way back, and he just climbed the hill over at Quinsigamon, just over Lake Quinsig, climbed the big hill. Truck overheated. He pulls it over and says, I don't know, something's wrong with the truck. Oil light just came on. Truck shut off. So I get out there. I find out that I see a little puddle of antifreeze. I'm like, dude, what's the gauge say? He's like, oh, it's pegged. Oh, okay. So the truck overheated. It didn't run out of oil. It didn't need an oil change, because that's what he thought at first. He's like, oh, this truck's going to need an oil change. Or it was due for an oil change. Now the oil light's on and the truck shut off. And I knew that wouldn't shut the truck off. So once he told me what it was, it made a lot more sense. All right, once he told me that the needle was pegged, it made a lot more sense. Now, why do these trucks suck? Well, because that's the motor. Do you know how hard it is to work on that motor? It's impossible. You have to take the entire cab off of the truck. Everything. All this. Up in the air it goes. So nobody, it's like, it's a nightmare. So to digress, Joe says, I'm broken down. I go to help him. Sorry. Joe's broken down. I go to help him. I get there, realize we're in a bad spot on the highway, blah, blah, blah. I got tow trucks on the way. Tow truck takes the truck over to the mechanic. Mechanic's like, he doesn't like to work on these trucks anyways. But in the same time, he's like, well, I'll see. So he comes back, tells me, it's no good. Motor's junk. We tried to turn it by hand. It's not good. Truck definitely suffered some major damage. Now I got people online there telling me that the truck will, in an attempt to save itself, it'll shut itself down if it overheats or something catastrophic's about to happen. So we get the truck towed back to the land, and then I today had some extra time, so I told him, I said, hey, why don't you just change the oil, top off the coolant, and we'll charge the batteries and let's try to start this thing. Because the guy told me when he tried to start it that they turned it by hand, but it turned over very slow. I don't think that's true, because I think the batteries were dead, because this has some kind of weird draw on it, and I thought the batteries were dead, and I just figured that he tried to turn it over with the key. He heard the resistance from the battery being low and thought, oh wow, something's not good, this motor's binding up. So I just told the guys, listen, we'll spend a couple $100, we'll change the oil, we'll put some fluid in it, we'll try to start it, we'll see what happens. So I went off to do appointments. They did that, and they got the truck started. It started up. I was on the phone with them. It sounded a little weird, but it started. So then they shut it right off. And then I told them, hey, start it back up, let it run for a while, get it up to temperature, see like if it starts to leak anything, if there's smoke, like what the gauges do. And then I didn't hear back from them. I left my appointment. I called them. They told me, hey, we started it. It started rough, but then it sounded like it was going to run fine, and then but once it ran fine, and then they said they shut it off and went to start it again, and it really turned over hard again. So I'm here now. I'm watching that light, and I got polarized sunglasses on. I can see it going down. So I don't know if I have problems with my batteries. These batteries are from October of last year. So I don't know. We had it on that thing for a while. I wanted them to run it to two different. I wanted them to have this truck face to face, and I wanted them to. I wanted the trucks face to face, 2 sets of jumper cables, charge both batteries. I don't think they did that. Or maybe they did. Maybe that's the tire marks right there. I don't know. But I'm going to try to start it. Just looking at that light getting dimmer. We're going to try to start it, and we'll see what happens. We'll see if we can get it up to temperature. At the very least, I'd like to at least try to drive it over to get these barrels out of the back of it. I don't know. What do you do with a truck when it's like this? It sucks. This thing's fucking probably $25,000, $30,000 truck. Well, now it's not worth nothing. All right, I'll shut up so you can hear it. Don't mind me. I'm a part-time smoker. Okay. Batteries are dead. Okay. So we definitely got battery problems. Fuck. Ugh. We got battery problems. Well, let's throw some chargers on it and we'll see what happens.